Alright, this is gonna be a review for Scarlet Issue number 2 by Bendis and Maleev. Um, Before I get into the actual review, I just want to say I really like this cover. It's really awesome. Dig it a lot. So let's get into the actual review of the comic. I'm just gonna say right off the bat, this issue, the first issue was great, but this one really made an impact on me. As far as me liking the character, she what she's trying to do now is the incident that happened in the first issue. She's trying to find the person or the police officer who killed her her lover slash best friend, and there's a lot of talking in here, but again, it works. Like I said, this is where Bendis' strength comes in, where he pretty much can show that he can write a good character and a good female character, and have it where the dialogue doesn't feel forced or it doesn't feel like it's over the top. It feels great for the character, and for the series too. The artwork in here is great. I love it. I know there have been some complaints about the artwork. A lot of people have said it's too photorealistic and it looks like it's tracing. I'm pretty sure he did probably trace some of the pictures from a certain girl, like a friend or something like that, and use that as a model, which I don't have a problem with doing that. It's not like he's taking, like he's not like taking panels from different other comics and tracing them. He's taking, he's using inspiration from life. He's using inspiration from an actual person. For all I know, I could be wrong. For all I know, this could be an actual, like the way she looked, this could be an actual person. You know what I mean? Like an actual woman, or they just took that and just decided to, use her model as the character. And like I said, I don't have a problem with that. But back to the review. So anyway, she's looking on the internet and stuff like that. She's looking to see, where is this guy? The cop, the dirty cop who killed her best friend slash lover. And we find out that the guy's getting promoted. He's getting promoted now. And she goes to visit a gentleman in a cooking store, I should say, a restaurant. That's the right word, restaurant, cooking store. But she goes to visit this guy in the restaurant, and he used to be like a cop or something like that. And she's really kind of contemplating on whether she's going to force him that. She's like, I want you to help me out. And the guy just assumes, he's like, well, I can't help you out. What happened? I know what happened. And he explains that these dirty cops do stuff like this all the time. They set people up in order to get higher up in the ranks of, the cops, from going to cops to deputies and stuff like that, and detectives and whatnot. And he just says, you found out that life sucks in a bad way, but there's nothing I can do. And the guy who's in the restaurant, he used to, I think he's the owner of the restaurant. I'm not for sure. They don't clarify it, or maybe I didn't read into it good enough, or I've forgotten. But anyway, the guy who's in the restaurant, he's like, life sucks, but there's nothing I can do to help you because I'm no longer in that line of work. He says, if I could do something, if I can go back, if I could change what happened with you, I would do it, but I can't help you out. And so she just, the guy is just assuming that he wants her to help kill the cop. And she's like, no, I just want you to help me out. What's coming after I get my revenge for what happened with my friend. And See, what I thought was gonna happen is I thought this was just gonna be a revenge fantasy, like she's just gonna go around and start killing the police department and stuff like that. But no, what happens is she dresses herself up. She looks real nice and stuff like that, and she uses her looks and her body to get to the cop. She finds the cop at a bar, and he comes over to her because she looks, that was the whole point of the way she was dressed. And he comes over to her. Her plan works, that part of the plan. And he comes up to her, and he's like, "Hey, haven't I seen you somewhere?" And she's like, "No, I don't think we've met before." And they start making these little kind of, they start making small talk kind of. And he's coming on to her. He's showing off. He's like, "Hey, I just got promoted to detective, and I don't have to ride in this crappy cop car anymore." And she's like, "Oh, that's nice." And she's just pretty much egging egging him on until she gets him. She ties him up. She gets him to a certain place, and the guy's like, "Who the hell are you? I know you from somewhere." And he's like, "Oh, I know you from somewhere, but I can't put my finger on it." And she just keeps talking him down. And as she's asking these questions, she pretty much looks back at the. She looks back at us, and she breaks the fourth wall again. She goes, "You see, I'm trying to give this guy a chance. I don't want to kill this guy. I'm trying to think of any good way I can save him. I'm trying to think of any good way I can go about doing this without killing this guy. I'm trying to think of a way." She's like, "Do you have a family?" The guy's like, "Nope." And she's like, "Well, I really can't think of any good way. Any good reason to keep you alive." And she kind of looks back at the screen again. She's like, "I did try and keep this guy alive, but I couldn't think of a good reason." And he starts calling her a bitch and all that, and this and that. And she kills the guy. And what I like about this scene is, like, he could have easily had it where she shot the guy and the head blew up and stuff like that. It could have been very gratuitous, but it's not. What they do is they show, the guy got shot because his eyes kind of flare up, and as the panel's going down, they show like white, yellow, I think it's blue, and then green or something like that, and then it just goes blank, and the cop's dead. And at the end of the issue, which is the most important part of the comic, is she says, "I'm not doing this for revenge. The part about revenge is over. Now that I've killed the cop who killed my friend, that part is over. It's not about revenge. It's about a revolution." And I like that. She's not doing it just because, she wants revenge. She's not going to just go around killing anything she thinks is evil and stuff like that. She's doing it because she really genuinely wants to make this world a better place. And I'm looking forward to this. This is a great book. If you're not picking it up, it's Brian Michael Bendis' best work in a very long time. Much better than his Avengers stuff. Much better than his mainstream stuff in general. Pick it up. Great book. Can't wait for issue number 3.